Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Savage Kitchen. So today we are going to make a type of Spanish cookie called Spanish almond cookies. But before we get into that, I really wanted to tell you a little memory from when I was growing up. Now, my grandmother was great in the kitchen, and she always made lots of different desserts. Oh, cookies, sweets, pastries. But one that I really felt like I needed to share with you guys today is this one, the Spanish almond cookie. And I really feel like the spirit of my grandmother and the spirits of all of my Spanish family have brought us all here today. So when I was planning the recipe to share with you guys, I looked on the internet and I realized that there were just dozens of variations of Spanish almond cookies. And I got one specific recipe that I wanted to share with you. And I'm going to follow it except for one thing. I'm going to substitute one ingredient. I'm going to swap out lard, which is also known as pork fat, and I'm going to swap it out for all vegetable shortening, as you see here. Now this workhorse is my KitchenAid, and I love my KitchenAid. And one reason it's so great is because, you know, back in the day, you would have to stir all of this stuff by hand, and it was just so tiring. Now, look at this tub. Can you imagine if that was full of lard? Ugh, gross. The shortening will come out in one big block, and you do want to break it up, as I'm showing you here a little bit, so it doesn't stop up in your KitchenAid. Now, we all know that when we're cooking, we like to sort of taste things as we go, and shortening is no different. I tasted a little bit of it, and it tasted a little bit like butter, but honestly, it doesn't have much of a flavor, which is pretty great for us because that lack of a flavor allows the other flavors in the cookie to really shine, such as the 2 teaspoons of ground anise. Now, anise and cinnamon, up until now, I've always kind of been like, what's the purpose of these things? But you know what? Ground anise smells really good. And they're both good things to add flavors to other foods that you cook. Now, cinnamon smells very spicy. And here we have an organic lemon rind grated, and that is just so invigorating when you smell it. And you know, all of these smells just really make me grateful to be here in this kitchen with these quality ingredients, making this cooking vlog and sharing my heritage with you. And it's just, I'm so grateful for that chance. Now here we have a teaspoon of ground sea salt, and sea salt is actually in kind of large crystals. And what you don't want is to bite into a cookie and bite into a chunk of salt. So we're gonna actually measure the salt out, and we're gonna put it in our magic bullet here, which is another fantastic kitchen tool to have. And we're going to take the salt, the anise, and the cinnamon, and we're going to put all of those things in the magic bullet, which is going to grind it up for us and save us just tons of time and tons of work. Here you see 2 pounds of powdered sugar. You know what? Let's go ahead and put that in the magic bullet, right? That's a good idea. No, that's a terrible idea. We're not doing that. I'm just kidding, guys. Don't do it. So we're going to put all this in the KitchenAid and let that do the work. And can you imagine being a little kid and just, I mean, really, all you want is the cookie, watching your grandma cook and work so hard to make that for you. Now here we have 2 pounds of ground almonds, which I also ground in the magic bullet. And we're going to put them in the batter. And you're going to take the batter and make balls about the size of a walnut. And the batter is kind of sticky, so you don't want to use your hands. Instead, you should get one of these handy ice cream scoops. Now, I got mine, you know what? I don't remember where I got it. It doesn't matter. Just get yourself one. Get yourself a cookie sheet. Now, my advice to you, the smart thing to do before you get ready to scoop your stuff on there is spray it with Pam or oil or whatever. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees, and that way you don't have to mess with any of that when you're trying to mess with the cookie dough. And you just scoop it out on the sheet as you see here. Put it in the oven, and I will see you in 10 minutes. Hey guys, look at those. Don't they look good? Finally, they're done. They're ready to be eaten. But the ultimate test is going to be if the kids approve of them. Hey guys, come in here. Grab yourself a cookie and taste one. Dad, these are so good. Yeah, Dad, they're yummy. Now, the two of you, we should all be proud of Grandma and our Spanish heritage. All right, these cookies look good and they are ready to be taken out to the party. You guys ready to go party with the cookies? Yeah, we are. Have a great day.